Checking, checking. Checking, checking. Hold on. Okay. Hello everyone, this is Hammer of the Super Paladin Brothers, back with another episode of Star Trek Online. Yesterday we got a good chunk of the Delta Quadrant, gathered our allies for the final showdown with Gaul. Today we're gonna finish. Controller is cutting out on me and I'm not liking it right now. Ugh. It's been a rough day. People pressuring me for money and stuff like that, and I'm tired of it. It's been one of those damn days. Alright, let's go and battle Gaul. Try not to think about what happened, so...
The time has come to end.
Just think people would just Take a simple no for an answer. Need my controller acting up today. Alright. It's been raining all day, so...
Admiral Tuvok will be giving a presentation soon.
The Vaadwaur are anticipating an attack of some kind, and we know they are monitoring our ship movements closely. Therefore, I suggest we adapt the tactics of our...
Admiral Tuvok will be...
Ugh.
The Cooperative asked me to inform you that they appreciate your assistance, and are prepared to provide what the Cooperative's main weapon is adapted Borg technology. Cooperative vessels can confuse the systems of opposing ships and cause them to fire on friendly targets. This tactic is most effective in mixed group.
The Cooperative appreciates your...
The Kazon.
I'm not sure I completely trust the Kazon after our experience with Mars. The Kazon have a large number of ships and fight without fear.
The Kazon...
Good to see you again. Through my excellent diplomatic skills, and some assistance from Admiral Tuvok, I have managed to get... The hierarchy are experts at surveillance and espionage. If the Vaadwaur try any tricks, the hierarchy would be the ones we should...
Greetings.
We have a firm contract with the Hazar. The Hazari ships usually fight in pairs.
Greetings.
The presentation will begin momentarily. Perhaps you would be willing to check in.
Greetings. The Benthan Guard is on.
It's an honor to meet you.
Greetings. Lady.
Hello again!
I am not a greedy person, but I just want to get this off my chest and say this now before I go any further. I am not a greedy person. I am just, right now, I am trying my best to survive very difficult circumstances. I don't need
If
people
you are ready,
pushing me
the
for money
presentation.
right now. When I say no, I mean no. If you can't take a no, then go take a hike.
The bulk of the Vodwar fleet has pulled back to Vodwar Prime. We expect to face the final might of the Vodwar, including Gaul's flagship. Our battle there will have 5 fronts, each progressively closer to the planet. Our rendezvous point will be here, where the mineral content of the moon will help to hide our ships. The Tuareg will secure the subspace tunnels in this area, while the Kabali will help the wounded.
The Admiral has already given us our assignment. Our forces will assault the other side of the planet to secure the area against a possible retreat. Our Talaxian friends will be in charge of transporting prisoners of war.
To give us the best possible chance of success, our battle commander will be able to call in one wing of our allies at each of the first 4 fronts. The fleet is ready to begin. The Vodwar have sent out several large frigate scout forces. We are facing a large number of rather weak vessels. We need ships that would not be overwhelmed by numbers. The Kazon might be a good choice, because they have a large number of ships. The Vodwar have sent out several
We'll get
large
the
frigate scout
Kazon betrayal
forces,
over with.
which an excellent choice. The Kazon...
Something's not right here.
Let's get their treachery out of the way.
I was worried they might double-cross us.
Call him the
I never thought they
Herogen.
would. The Herogen are ready to fight.
Yes, they are. I forgot to...
The Herogen are putting a good fight.
Damn it!
The Herogen are taking some losses, but so are the Kazon
Ah!
and Vodwar.
Ah! Damn thing froze! Ugh, I don't need this!
The fleet is ready to begin the assault. I will remain
Hey, the
calm
problem
and
is my
coordinate their
controller's
movements,
having
while
signal
you will be commanding
interference.
The battle from the Vodwar have sent out several large frigate scout forces. Which wing of allies do you want to assist you? An excellent
Get
choice.
off my case, pal.
The Kazon numbers should be a match for the frigates, and their lack of organization should not
You're
be too
out.
great of a hindrance.
Something.
Damn controller's having signal interference, and I don't need this in the middle of this game.
I was worried.
I'm having a fit because my damn controller is freaking messing up in the middle of this game, and I don't need this right now. You mouthed off again like you did, you're out. It was a technical problem that is not my fault. Frustrated because the damn controller is freaking out on me right now, and I don't need it.
The Vaadwaur have set up a cruiser picket line in this area. We are facing a picket line of cruisers, so we need ships that can withstand constant, persistent attacks. The Hazari could be a good choice. The Vaadwaur have set up a cruiser picket line in this area. Which ally do you want?
Cooperative.
That is an acceptable choice.
Ogla will no longer stand by, while the Relora and Mistrum sully our name with their treachery.
Alright. Let's go after these cruisers. Hope everyone's enjoying their Easter and stuff. sorry about me being frustrated earlier, but I'm just dealing with a technical problem that's been plaguing me the past couple of weeks. And unfortunately, that one guy was just was mouthing off because I was getting frustrated because this was happening a lot. And the issue with my controller is because of construction that's been happening the last few months, and it's bound to cause problems. Especially signal interference. I'm allowed to get frustrated because it is me playing. But don't mouth off, okay?
We have defeated the first wave of...
Please remember to direct any wounded...
If I get frustrated. I'm allowed to.
The Vodwar have constructed a defensive line of battleships supported by frigates. Which wing of Allied? We are facing battleships flying in formation with frigates, so we need ships that can disable the larger ships, or otherwise. The Vodwar have constructed a defensive... The hierarchy should be adequate to the task. They...
The hierarchy have calculated a cost-effective battle plan.
Alright. Hold on, people. I need a... Got a message. Hold on, people. I'm just... trying to figure something out. Alright. I just want to make it clear, I am aware of the situation with my controller.
We are ready to begin transporting prisoners.
It's just my controller has been dealing with signal interference because of construction. So I'm bound. I don't need people telling me that I throw a fit about it. It's a frustrating situation.
The Vaadwaur have constructed a defensive line. I do not believe that is a wise decision.
This construction's been going on for almost a year now. The interference has been kind of bad last few weeks.
The Missouri are worried they will defend against the Vaadwaur attacks. desire be overwhelmed by the Vault strike tactics.
I should have warned you people, I'm a little sensitive about people giving me crap lately. So in my personal life, I've had to deal with people lately who've been giving me crap. Especially about sensitive subjects such as money. It's just a very touchy subject, and I had one person give me crap, and I'm a little sensitive about, and I'm just don't react well right now. Yesterday, they were giving me crap, and they were kept interrupting my stream. Their tantrum, asking me about what I know about Macintosh computers. And I don't know anything about Macintosh computers. I haven't used them since 1995. Yeah, I know, I'm killing them. Yeah, Captain, the Klingons highly respected Kirk despite the fact that even Claw admired Kirk. Yeah, I do. I'll have to show it to you. Resolute, I am sorry about if I might have overreacted, but I'm just don't need people mouthing off about problems I already know about. The signal interference has been driving me nuts for the past couple of weeks. And I died.
We have broken through to their final line of defense.
Not quite alone. The Hirogen have...
I've temporarily taken command.
The hierarchy also agreed.
Last but not least,
I am impressed with the
Here's Gaul.
Vagwar are relentless. Probability of our survival is slim.
Yeah, they're relentless. But they're not as bad as a Herc can be. Here's Eldex.
Eldex's health appears to be just like Dr.
Yes, it is.
nice having some Cold War on our side.
Gaul's ship has launched a drop pod to the planet. Sensors indicate he's on board. Now we're making headway.
Sir, we've arrived.
Alright. Here comes the real fun part. Should be easy with my phase cannon here. Sorry I'm not saying much, but I've just had a really rough day. I just don't need to be upsetting more than I have been. Weather's crappy enough last few days. And I hate fighting these guys. I'm gonna be the first to admit this past month has not been very good. Trying to keep everything balanced, dealing with family, recovering from injury. It's not been easy. Trying to balance everyone's demands and everything. It's not easy anymore. I'm getting sick of these damn bots. No kidding.
Welcome, my friends. You should have joined me when you had the chance.
I'm just also tired
Your
of everyone.
persistence is a credit to your
Gaul.
race. But it is tough.
I'm just tired of everyone asking to borrow money from me. I'm not an ATM machine.
Congratulations. You have earned the right to die on the hallowed soil of Vaudois Prime. Although you are clearly not the brightest aliens in the universe, your bravery, that's twice you've refused my generosity. I should...
Why should we face worse as Romulans?
The Vaadwaur controlled this quadrant once, and our new allies have only made us stronger.
Uh-oh.
Is that the best you've got?
Now's your chance! Defeat Gaul!
I thought you might like to know. After the man scattered Gaul from orbit, he does not have a parasite. And I don't think he has a...
What? That's impossible!
Yeah, run away like the coward you are, Gaul.
The Vaadwaur Empire will never fall, and you will not even be a footnote in our glorious history.
Oh, he's coming back.
We cannot be stopped. Time after time we rise from the ashes, and we are stronger for doing so.
The remaining Vaadwaur have... Were you able to determine? Certainly.
Ugh. It wasn't as bad with this phaser cannon I got.
Honestly, I wasn't sure about coming back to the Delta Quadrant. I have a family and a life back home, and the idea of being 70,000 light years away again wasn't appealing. But seeing the good we've done for the Gabali, and now stopping the Vaadwaur, I think we were needed here.
While this conflict was regrettable, it was ultimately for the greater good. Gaul's hubris and ambition blinded him to the harm he was doing to the Delta Quadrant and his own people. Now the threat is ended. There will be time to heal the damage he has done.
I was responsible for the return of the Vaadwaur. Nevertheless, I am pleased I could, in some way, make up for my actions. By assisting the Touré, working with the Cooperative, and fighting the Vaadwaur here today.
War is just a pointless waste of life. Usually for a political reason, it doesn't much matter in the long term anyway. I understand that sometimes we need to fight.
I'm not a man who normally dwells on revenge, but when Gaul and his soldiers attacked my people, it was almost all I could think about. Dexa helped me to see that death...
Yeah, well, Harry's a great guy in my opinion. He was one of the best characters on Voyager.
Intriguing. This device is not...
Admiral Tuvok would like you to join.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna finish this story arc. I want to finish this LP before things in my life get busy again. Thanks for the invite, but I want to finish this. Just want to finish this story arc. It's it's a Constitution class.
Welcome back to Voyager.
It's a legendary Kelvin Timeline Intel battlecruiser.
Glad you're here. We transported the device to engineering here so we can
I got
run all the
plenty of
scans
modern
and tests we could
vessels. I'm
think of.
just not using it for this character right now.
The device communicates with subspace. We should have guessed that. Now comes the hard part. We need to access... You'll need to set switches on the device.
Oh, let's see. Well, the Kelvin timeline did gave Star Trek a real boost after after it sagged after Enterprise.
The engineering teams tell me 2 of the switches are in the correct mode. Unfortunately, the engineers tell me there is only... Sir, I've consulted with both the engineers here on Voyager and your chief engineer. I am seeing green across the board. All the switches are in the correct position.
Personally, I didn't really care for Discovery after the 2nd season. But it was nice to give the TNG crew a final swan song series.
The engineers tell me there is only one switch in the correct... The engineering teams are reading big... Looks like you did it again. All the switches are in the correct position, and we now have full access.
I hadn't really watched much of Strange New Worlds.
We have access to the databanks of the device.
I wish they did more with DS9 crew. Gave them explored more what happened to them after the end of the DS9's after DS9. Oh, looks like the doctor's coming with us.
Finally.
Hello again.
I haven't even seen Lower Decks yet. Oh, the Lisette.
Greetings. I know you have experience dealing with the Elachi, and I thought you'd want some extra firepower. All right. We're seeing 3 patrol groups. Recommend we eliminate them before we board the station. Gaul was contacting the Elachi. They don't exactly play well with others. Another Elachi ship is here to defend the outpost.
You found the breathing apparatus. That should take care of that nasty cough.
They automatically switch on the environmental suit nowadays.
I was thinking
This is obvious.
It's just a lot easier. Frankly, I'm kind of glad they do that.
Tables. I've read the Enterprise D's stuff. These are definitely... It looks as if... We're transporting you to a Romulan ship in orbit. You're going to be fine.
As I said when I was doing the Romulan Republic story arcs, this is kind of disgusting that they use people to create more Elachi. It sickens me.
Ah, a Hazard. Stay calm. We'll get you the medical attention you need. A Kazon? Even the Borg won't assimilate a Kazon. Everything will be fine, Mr. Teray. We'll beam you directly to sickbay. You'll be back on duty before you know it. One to beam up. Transport this Talaxian directly to sickbay. Well, the door is unlocked now. We should keep going.
There's Jirok and her people.
This is odd.
A prison break? Maybe I should go back to the ship. This must be where the Vaadwaur were implanted with those mind-controlling bugs. Neural power. If Gaul. I don't believe it. This tech, the icon, when Void, the parasite. This is more like a factory than a laboratory.
No kidding.
Some of this technology is ancient, but it's quite advanced. These parasites aren't a natural species at all. They look engineered.
Fascinating.
Maybe we should avoid any potential contact with the prisoner? I think I've seen enough combat for today.
I knew my people would search for their Empress. Has the Republic finally realized you need me? More Elachi. I don't think the Iconians want me to leave. Their tenacity is almost admirable.
Looks like you could use a hand.
And now we have their leader's attention. Seela! And if you do?
Fine. You interrogate me.
You and this Seela person seem to have some history. I'll leave you
Somehow
to
I
speak to
knew you. I assume you already know where you are. Hakiv joined the Iconians out of faith. All three of you working That explains some things. I'd love an escort back to the world. Will I be taken into your cut? Very well. It's
We have Empress Seela in our...
Well...
Alright. I'm gonna take a break and eat some lunch. So I'll probably be back in about an hour or so to finish the last mission of the Delta Quadrant. As far as the Kabali Crisis, I will do that, but it'll be a separate stream. I'll be back in about an hour or so to finish my stream, so... because I need to get something to eat. I didn't eat lunch and I've had a really rough day because weather's crappy and...
We have a situation on Kabali Prime.
Yeah.
You and I were both asked by name to help.
I know. I will come back and do that mission. I'll go all Tarzan in the underground chambers and all that stuff like that. So I'll be back after I eat some lunch. So I'll be back about hour and a half. So let me get to Delta Quadrant Command. Let me just show you guys something right quick. Well, let me just go to one of my other characters and show you what I got in the stores. These are some of the ships I can get. The Lita Heavy Strike Wing Escort, Baran Command Dreadnought. And these are some of the ships I got. The Premonition Temporal Operator from Star Trek Armada 1. And these are some of the ships that I already got for this character. That's just some of them. Here's some of the Klingon ships I got. Legendary D7 battle cruiser I can get. The Vorcha. Core, Bird of Prey. That's just some. Here's some Cardassian ships I can get. Few T5s I can use. But basically that's it. I'll be back in about an hour and a half. I need to eat. For now, thanks for watching. And again, I am sorry about earlier, but it's just very stressful lately in dealing with life.
Captain Neff Parr has turned herself...
Especially people who've been irritating me with their attitudes. So, catch me in about an hour and a half for the rest of the Delta Quadrant. Give me a follow here on Twitch. Also check out the Super Paladin Brothers on YouTube. This will be up on me and my brother's channel later in a day or so. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in about an hour and a half.